welcome in a familiar face now. He's usually here with Science Museum Oklahoma, but today he's telling us about his children's book. It's Wayne Harris Wyrick back to tell us all about this great stuff. Welcome back.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a little bit different being here this
We're not doing an experiment this time. We are talking about books.
Yeah,
That's
and they're
fantastic.
your books, so you wrote these, huh?
Yes. First 2 books, I have 3 more under contract, and I can't wait. The next one that comes out is actually my very favorite one. But these are the first 2 books that help kids kind of learn about themselves and what's important in their lives and why they're important to everybody else.
I see one's called Why Am I Me? What is that one about?
Well, this is a book about a child who's sort of questioning what his purpose is in life. Why is he here? What is he to do? And he goes through thinking about all other things like animals, like even skunks have a purpose because they remind you to leave people alone and they want to be left alone. And you have to have the night and day, they have to go together. So everything has a purpose. So in the end, the child thinks, you know what, I must have a purpose too. What can I do? He thinks about, oh, I can play games, which might help me when I face situations in life. I can be a friend. I can do things that turns out that are important to other people. So Bunny understands his own place, or her own place. It's not written as a gender-based. It's gender non-specific in the book.
And so, working for Science Museum Oklahoma, you're around kids all the time, obviously. So, did you want to write these because you saw a need? There weren't books that were fitting these needs like that one?
Exactly. I tried to find books like this for my son. When I got married, I had a 3-year-old son that came with the marriage, a wonderful kid, but he had that sort of personality, and I couldn't find one that I thought fit that. So I wrote one.
There you
go.
go.
That's one way of solving the problem.
That's right.
Absolutely. What else did you bring for us?
This one is about a girl who's trying to find her key to happiness. She's sitting watching a TV program about homeless children. She gets real sad. Her mom says, you need to find your key to happiness. So she goes out with her friend to see what makes her happy. It turns out everything that helps other people makes her happy. So her key to happiness is helping people.
I love books.
Love that.
I mean, that obviously kids are going to enjoy reading the books, especially if the parents are involved. But if you can actually teach them something,
Well, that's my hope.
Yeah, you know, it really definitely helps. Who does the illustration? Do you do that as well?
I do not actually. The publisher that I work with, it's a publishing firm out of Edmond called 4RV Publishing.
Yeah.
They have their own stable of illustrators, and what they do is they'll pick one they think best matches the style of the particular book.
Oh, cool.
They're beautiful pictures that we were
they
just seeing
are.
on the screen. And can you give us just a little hint on what's to come? What's your favorite book about?
I have the next one that comes out is about a little boy whose mother says all the things that moms say, like, you need everything on your plate, children are starving in India, whatever. And everything she says starts to come true. All the momisms start to happen to him, and it changes him in ways that he can't prepare for, and he has to try and figure out how to get out of the situations as a mom accidentally puts him in. At one point, for example, she says, it's as easy as falling off a cliff. Well, it turns out the only thing close to a cliff around their house is the 2nd story of his house. So he suddenly is up there getting ready to fall off a cliff.
Whoa, does his face freeze in a weird, like, face? They always say that.
That was not in the book. But she did say if you swallow that seed, which, by the way, is the name of it, if you swallow that seed, a watermelon will grow out of your ear. So
Oh, no
guess
way!
what happens?
Oh,
Nice.
that's great.
And the watermelon growing out of his ear is what keeps him as he falls off the house, gets him down safely.
Oh,
Nice.
fantastic.
That's
When does that one
awesome.
come out?
It's being illustrated right
Okay.
now. I'm not sure what the publication date will be, but it's in the process.
Great.
Okay,
These are good.
perfect. And where can folks find information on how to buy your book?
You can buy it at several bookstores in the area. You can get it on Amazon, but the best place is actually the publisher's bookstore, 4rvpublishing.com.
Okay.
That's where you have the best possibility of getting it right away.
Okay, sounds
Good
great.
job.
Thanks, Wayne. We'll see you next
Yeah.
time with
Thank you.
Science Museum Oklahoma,
Sure.
too.